Well, French President Emmanuel Macron says he'll choose his new Prime Minister within the next 3 days. The country's government was censured yesterday after Prime Minister Michel Barnier lost a vote of no confidence in the General Assembly. Mr Barnier and his government will remain in a caretaker role until a new Prime Minister is nominated. So again, circling back to the top there, Emmanuel Macron, who's under pressure to keep it all together, he's going to work it out within 3 days, apparently. Well, on that note, let's bring in News Corp's new UK correspondent, Sophie Elsworth. Sophie, good to see you. Good evening your time. How's your French going so far?
It's a bit shaky, Pete, so please don't test me on it, but I'm sure I'll pick it up in time.
Well, let's go to those who can speak French and those who have provided translations for what the French president has said only about 20 minutes ago with respect to leadership of the French government. So what's the plan?
Well, the plan is they need to fix up this mess very, very quickly. And Emmanuel Macron said he should name a new leader within the coming days. But this is incredibly embarrassing for France, who is very much on the world stage this week. They have some of the key leaders, including President-elect Donald Trump, coming into France on the weekend for the reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral. So they are really in the centre stage this weekend, and their country is in absolute disarray, Pete. And not forgetting that Germany and France are the engine rooms of the EU, and there is serious trouble there. So this is highly embarrassing for the French government, which appears that they cannot keep it together.
Well, I mean, and so much of it is related to spending. I mean, this is why, so many of Barnier's supporters in recent days have suggested that, well, he didn't do much wrong because all he was trying to do was get spending and deficits under control. So is there any idea of whoever replaces Michel Barnier can actually keep it all together, can get the country on the right path, can sort out all of these different allegiances and alliances that are working around the Prime Minister and hold it all together?
Well, President Emmanuel Macron has accused the far left and the far right of joining forces in an anti-Republican movement.
Yeah.
He's been very critical of them. But now they have to move on pretty quickly from this and show that they can be a force. But they have mounting debt, and that is what this whole upheaval is over. So you're right, the Prime Minister had a lot of supporters, but then he had a lot of forces against him, which has resulted in his toppling. So they need to act swiftly, they need to act quickly, and they also need to show America that they are a country that can work harmoniously. And at the moment, they look anything but that, Pete.
Well, OK, let's turn to British politics now. And what's the goings-on today of the UK Prime Minister?
Well, Keir Starmer's given this address today, Pete. He's in a lot of trouble over here, as is reported extensively. He's losing support, and he's only been in office since July. But he's come out today with these mission statements. He's named numerous things that he wants to do, such as improve the NHS, their healthcare waiting times. He wants to build more homes, more police officers. He's rattled off 5 or 6 things. But interestingly, he made no mention today of migration. And that is a problem here in the UK. That was called out by some of the media pack. He is under siege, Pete. He's in a real lot of pain at the moment, and he's trying to win back the support. Reminding people, of course, he's only been in office a few months. He has a 5-year term. There's a long way to go, but he's had a shocking start.
Yeah, sure is. That's true. He loves a freebie too. Similar story there.
He does love a freebie.
He loves a freebie. All right, Sophie, thanks. We'll talk to you again soon. Well done.